Yeah, that's true. Well, Laura and our Terrans know it's all that build anyways.
Okay, our game's ready. Let's go.
시즌 9 게임 준비 완료. 네오시 PD에서 게임을 시작합니다.
Tasteless. I love the idea that the man who tries to jump on the moon turns his feet towards it, like expecting to land on the moon.
He's got to get ready because if he doesn't do it right and he pulls it off, he's going to land on his head. And that is how you get brain damage.
Yeah, you know what?
So what he's trying to
run
do,
out of air. No, you don't want to land on your head.
Yeah. You're going to get straight
towards the
moon rock to the head.
Think about it. It's so good.
I like the idea that you're hoping that with your calves and your thighs, you have enough force that you're going up fast enough that really it's all about just pivoting your hips and your back so that as you're going in close to the moon, your feet are in the right spot.
That's right. You gotta be. You don't want to roll an ankle when you land on the moon.
Absolutely not.
That would be terrible. How would you jump back?
I don't know. Well, first of all, you'd probably bounce with that moon gravity, and then it's like, what, are you going to land on one foot?
Yeah. Whew. Okay.
We're having a good time. We have fun here at the ASL.
I would say so. Okay. I mean, it's Sylphid. It's just a good map for this matchup, I think, on both sides. No forward gate.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, we'll see where Mong throws down his barracks here.
I was wondering if he was going to go Nexus first on this map.
No.
Do you think Nexus is good on this? Nexus first is not good on this map?
Nah, I don't think you go Nexus first here.
Why is that? Just Terran counter rush?
Yeah, I mean, I think theoretically you can. I almost never hit Protosses that go Nexus first here. And it just, I feel like you're close enough that it's like, is there a real point here? You can put on a lot of pressure against Terran. Terran is almost always bunker expanding here. So you already kind of get this kind of nice advantage by getting range goons.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Things like Reaver are very good here. Because, you know, you've got like that high ground wall all around your base, so you can't see it come until it's already in your base, basically. So that helps. Yeah, I don't think Nexus first is really needed here.
Okay, this is cute. Now, there's actually a chance that Protoss doesn't even use that pylon, but when Terran scouts here, you go, well, pylon's missing.
Yeah.
What's going on? And it seems like nowadays, actually it's been like this for a long time, but people tend to not use that pylon very much at all.
Yeah, they almost never do.
But it used to really throw Terrans off and they would over-defend.
So Sins right now, Mong is looking for pylons, does not see it, so he does know that one is missing, at least. And he sees the range get started. He's, of course, going to have to get out of there relatively soon. He's actually checking the natural. I think he actually left pretty early, so maybe, yeah. Oh, this is really good star sense from him.
Good catch.
I think he just figuring the... did he see the probe leaving somewhere? Like, if he saw the probe, then he can maybe calculate that, like, oh, it would be about this distance when it would have to make the second pylon to not interrupt the build order, you know?
Can I be a little bit nitpicky here?
Yeah.
I always like it when you hide the pylon where a mineral is, at least, where you can see, so you can mind move all your workers if you get attacked.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be better, I would say.
Okay, he's going to be able to get right in here.
Yeah, this is...
Uh-oh.
That's definitely annoying. Not the end of the world for Mong here. Very good micro for Mong. Very excellent micro.
Mong is completely... It's like he's not even going to lose anything here. This is insane.
That's pretty crazy.
All right, one Marine.
Yeah, he's happy to
take that any day.
Are you kidding me? This is great for Mong.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. Oh. See...
That was just so... That was handled so well.
My God. Like, when you get really good Terran players and you watch the way that they can micro...
Well, you can really see the difference between certain Terran players with how they're able to handle the early game. You know? I mean, someone like Flash or Mong in this case, where they completely what is that move in the movies where the one guy's got the gun pointed at the other guy, but the guy's like so fast he like takes the gun out of his hand and points it at him?
Jason Bourne's it.
Yeah, Jason Bourne's
he
it.
takes the gun apart. The gun is just everywhere.
Yeah.
Then kill you with the spring.
Yeah.
It's like Flash right there. Really great opener here.
This is
Mong.
Jason Mong.
Jason Mong. Wow, he still actually has, oh my god, he still has his scout SCV out in the map, and he's repairing the vulture that ran by the goon. He is playing really, really well right now. Now we get to see, is this going to be mines? It could be speed or mines here. Both are going to be very, very strong. You can either contain some or run around and get some kills.
All right. Vultures continuing to dart around.
Look at this. This is great Dragoon movement as well.
Yeah.
Really great.
There's a whole art to this as Protoss because you want to make sure that you can actually isolate what they've got. Great.
Ooh.
Takes out that mine. Excellently done.
Wow. That was so well done by ssnz. And it was so well done by Mong as well. Like, if you can actually get the mines up in places and the goons don't see where they are, it's so powerful. You just kind of force them to stay in his base. He has to change his whole strategy up sometimes. But here, he knows where every mine is, basically. He knows there's nothing in front of him. There's nothing at his third base. So he can expand at will. He can just do whatever he had planned.
And the fact that he took out all those mines and the vultures, and I mean, the vultures didn't do anything, basically. Really, really good handling. This has been a great back and forth in this game so far. Now we're seeing ssnz tech into Reavers now.
Yeah.
Now, one approach, and it's funny because we used to see it a lot and it didn't work all the time. And it seems like now Protosses have gotten so good, like Snow and Mini especially at this, but this technique of 3 base, lots of shuttles, extra Reavers, and you're trying to dismember the Terran as they take a third. It's you know, I suppose you could do something sort of like this if they were 2-basing, but it's nowhere near as strong. But if you're against a Terran who's got an armory, they've got a few Goliaths, they're trying to tech in a late game, but they need that third base. Double speed shuttle with a Reaver, sometimes 2 Reavers in the main, sometimes in the natural. It just kind of depends on where the Terran's at, and then a big counterattack at the third. You know, tanks are scary in siege mode, and bunkers are hard to break and all this, but you only have so many tanks. And it seems like Protosses have gotten very good at figuring out where to attack into, and there's just not quite enough tanks. And Terran units are only strong when they get to a certain number of units, and so a lot of the strategy is like, you just take them out before they have the right number of tanks. It's similar in some ways to when you see Zergs go Mass Hider and then they go Muta and try to snipe all your Templars.
Yeah, it is a little bit similar to that. Yeah.
But you just like take out enough tanks and then you go, okay,
well,
he can't stop this momentum.
That's PvT in a nutshell, if you ask me, is
right.
Just trading for tanks all game. Like,
right.
That's what you need to do because Terran can't win without a good tank count. Or very, very rarely in very
true.
Weird situations. But here, Mong actually has like the perfect build against this. He's gone directly into his armory, so he's got siege mode, he's got Goliaths, he's already scanned, and his scan actually hit the robotics support bay. So everything looks completely fine for him, you know?
One thing you got to be careful about is with the initial shuttle, you don't ever want to lose it. Like, unnecessarily.
Oh, yeah.
Because
if you lose that, sometimes it actually opens up an attack timing for Terran occasionally.
Yeah.
In these spots, probably not, but...
Also, in this matchup, usually Protoss is trying to do some kind of tricky timing attack as the third base is taken here. And you really are limited by what you can get out of the Robo. Similar to, like, when you see Terrans making... If they're making Vultures, they're not making tanks. If they're making tanks, they're not making Vultures. With the Robo, shuttles, observers, and Reavers, they have to be being made the whole time. So usually it goes... You know, shuttle, Reaver, and then you want to have about 2 observers, sometimes a little bit more, but then you want to go hard into lots of shuttles here.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to go for the lots of shuttles play here. He has speed, so I think he probably will, but...
I'm almost 100% sure he's going to do it.
Yeah, it seems like the right situation for it.
I know we've seen people that go like Arbiters or Carriers, but it seems like especially on this map, against what the Terran's doing, I don't know why you would avoid it, but... I'm happy to be proven wrong and see if ssnz has a better approach.
If you get the speed upgrade, I'd always like to see a second shuttle.
Yeah, well, the speed upgrade...
But not necessarily mass shuttle.
It's expensive, but it oftentimes pays for itself.
Okay, he's actually diving in on top of these siege tanks and trying to get something done with that Reaver. This was a really poor attack.
Yeah, the idea was very cool, but it completely and totally did not work.
Yeah.
And now he probably can't do that shuttle drop later on.
Oh my God. Okay,
Wow.
so he lost some SCBs and like 1 to 2 tanks.
Yeah.
Okay, this type of scenario is a very hard one to play. Do you attack here? I think positionally it's a little bit hard to attack. If Protoss was bottom right, this would be a more doable thing, but I think Mong is just going to sit tight. And if he chooses to sit tight, he will max out and hit 2-1 without any problem. There will be, like, there's nothing that Sins can do at this point to really hurt him.
Look, Terran's in great shape, right?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes you have games where you have to push across and kill the Protoss, but sometimes the Protoss will end up shooting themselves in the foot. And that was kind of what happened back there, you know?
Well, what that did, like, he will still max and get Arbiters out and all that. Sins will. But he took away any potential for damage against Mong now.
Yes. Yes.
Previous to, like, Arbiters being out, basically, or Mong moving out.
Mong
is
is max out uncontested now.
Yes.
It
And he'll have
will
2-1
not-
uncontested. He'll get his 4th base very easily when he wants it. And especially with the 3rd base he took. That's the safest 3rd that you can take.
Yes. Also, one side note here, it's easier for Terran to get other bases. Sometimes the 4th base is out of the question for Terran in certain spawns here. The only opportunity that might arise here from Sins would be a recall.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's going to be the case here.
Yeah.
He might want to try to just get 2 Arbiters out and try to get 2 good stasises off, maybe 3 good stasises off.
Well, I think the problem for Sins is going to be the fact that Mong is very good at this type of build.
Yeah.
So he will be moving out with 2-1 before recall is ready. Just looking at how this has all been going. So Mong is going to have a really, really strong attack, and then we're going to get to see how does Sins deal with that, right?
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to stall him out and get the right stasises up? How's he going to, it's tough. Against a player of Mong's caliber, after he's held everything like he has. Yeah, you can see those factories really exploding. Oh my God, he's on 3 add-ons. Madman.
Yeah.
A madman, but he does have 3 gases, so he can do it. That's up to him, Tasteless. I don't get to decide.
He's a
for
free
him.
human, Artosis.
Yeah. But that is a quick 3 add-ons. He's adding a lot of vultures now. His speed upgrade's done. His 2-1 is on the way.
Is that wall, that Protoss entrance? It looks like it would not wall in 2 spots, but I think it actually does.
Oh,
fully
do you
wall.
mean the 3 o'clock base?
Yeah. Is that a full wall? Okay,
Yeah.
how funny looking. Well, I'll show you guys this in a second, but it's a really odd setup of pylons.
Yeah, some of those, like where it's flat against the wall where the ramp is, the wall-ins are really kind of weird looking. I've won a lot of games from getting vultures in where they didn't really understand that it wasn't a wall.
Okay, so +2 attack, +1 R. Oh, it does not wall. Okay,
Oh.
all right.
Okay, I thought that those were up against the ramp. Sorry.
I actually thought the same thing. It's funny that StarCraft could sometimes visually be very deceptive.
Yeah,
You know.
definitely can be.
So Terran's going to get the 4th, and I don't think Protoss can contest this.
No, he definitely cannot.
One thing about the shape of this map, it's how do we say this? Rotationally symmetric. And so one key location on the map that we want to watch to see, not if the Terran can control it, but if the Protoss can expand to it, is the bottom right. Because the bottom right main is very difficult to push into. But just with the momentum that Terran has, it might be possible for Terran to deny that ever being a thing. But coming up here in just a little bit, we are going to see a big push come out here.
Yeah.
From Mong. And
Mong is going to max quickly from here. He's got his 9 factories up already.
Right.
He's gone for a higher siege tank count because he took the quick 3rd gas. And that means that he's going to have EMP and everything when he moves out as well.
Now, does he have Psystorm? Is that a shuttle full of Templars, or is that a shuttle full of Zealots?
I don't believe he should have Psystorm yet. I think he's probably getting Psystorm now. He's taken his 3rd gas already, so certainly that should be in the cards coming up. Nice split. I don't think that that has high Templars.
Okay. A lot of times Protoss will try to counterattack into the 3rd, or in this case just attack into the 3rd. See if you can't kill the command center.
Oh, do we have an EMP? No? Okay. Kind of a funny little attack there. But Sins wants to, like, parade around like he's dangerous. You know, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, he's roaming.
Yeah, because he knows that Mong is ready to move out, and if he lets Mong dictate, then
He's going to go
gonna
for a
be
recall
problem.
here.
Yeah. Look at that.
Uh-oh. Sup, son?
Oh, look at that. That's when you feel like you won the game as Mong. And it's not that simple, obviously. But as soon as you hit an EMP like that, the next recall is a ways off, and now you can really get out there. He doesn't have stasis on that anymore. He doesn't have the recall. Mong is playing this so carefully right now. He wants that round of 16.
Mong's so good, man. He's such
really
a
strong
great
in this
player.
matchup. Really strong.
Yeah. But even his TVZ, I know it's his weak matchup, but he looks really good.
No, he is. There's a reason he's been in 9 ASLs.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Mong's starting to attack. His siege tank count is ridiculous right now. He has to have at least 20 tanks.
He might even have more than that, Artosis.
It's possible.
Okay. The patience here by ss1nz, though, I gotta hand it to him.
The spread is beautiful. Yeah, ss1nz, you are not going to be able to win that battle. Get out
Another
of here.
EMP. Tanks for days.
For
days!
Dude, it's insane how many tanks he has right now. The Zealots, as soon as they're gone, he has to pull back. He has to pull back right now. He must pull back right now. Or lose all of his goons. That's up to him.
ss1nz, careful.
Okay, well, stayed a little extra long, but at least he got most of those goons out of there.
5th base being taken in the upper left. It's complemented because it's covered by the push.
Yeah, and that's all the easy bases for Terran right there.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
These probes are about to go through Trouble Town, Artosis. Oh, we just want to mine.
It's all right. More supply for Zealots.
Exactly.
ss1nz right now trying to make something happen here, but Mong's push is insanity. What a well-played game from Mong.
It's really impressive when you watch a really top-tier Terran box the Protoss army back into where all the gateways are and then just crush them.
There was never a moment where ss1nz could have won an engagement. Never a moment.
No.
And that is so difficult. Look at this. And now he can kill 2 bases so quickly.
The lower base, the one that's south of here, is isolated, so that's just going to be killed off.
Just beautiful play from Mong.
We see ss1nz is going to try to slip out through an opening to the top, but look at this. Mong's just like on top of it. These gamers, Artosis.
These e-gamers.
Can these guys game or what? Look at this. He's like, I've never even heard of siege mode. The tank has a gun when it's not in siege mode, friend.
Well, it was a good stasis right there. If he had a few more units coming down a little bit quicker, he could have actually cleared the tanks to the right and gotten out with some units, but he's just a little bit low. You know, it's too bad. Like, I think ss1nz played pretty well overall here. Very well overall tonight.
Yeah.
But specifically that one attack with the Reaver and diving in against the 2 tanks in siege mode.
Yeah.
That was, like, that just, it made Mong so comfortable to play exactly how he wanted.
So again, the beautiful play here by Mong. He boxes the Protoss army back. Protoss need to have open areas and surround. GG comes in, closes it out, and flattens
Just
ss1nz.
a killer. Just a killer. That looked great. So, we finally have a Terran that advances to the next round.
Hell yes, and what a great Terran to have.
Yeah.